Everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Entertainment only. After a stinking hot, nearly 40, well, what were we looking at? Probably mid-30s Celsius yesterday. Southerly Buster came through at 4 a.m. this morning. Oh, thank goodness. And now, a very, very pleasant but dark and gloomy day today. So thank you for joining me. Gee, hand. Hope that means something good. Okay, what I want to have a look at, gosh, the usual Monday. Where on earth do I start? First of all, I want to just have a talk about Chuck Schumer. Like a lot of you, when Chuck Schumer and I believe 9 other Democrats in the Senate voted to pass the continuing resolution for the budget. Oh, I was like very, very cross, and thought, just let it go, let the GOP fall on their own sword, etc., etc. However, nothing like a little bit of, sitting quietly and having a thought about the whole process because now, yes, still, but if the continuing resolution hadn't continued, ergo some Democrats hadn't supported it getting through the Senate, the court system would have closed down, the federal court system. Now, talking about the federal court system, interestingly enough, the next day, Felon 45 then signed his usual decree as if he's a monarch and ordered that there be travel bans on 20 countries, but plus also another 23 in descending order. Courts then immediately stepped in and said, no, don't think that's going to happen, and put a 14-day stay on it. Oh, goodness me. What's happening there? Put a 14-day stay on it. Now, if Schumer and the other Democrats in the Senate had voted down the continuing resolution, that court would not have been able to put that hold on the travel ban. So it's sort of half a dozen of one and 6 of the other. And I'm not talking about eggs at the moment because who in the US can afford eggs? But I'm just saying, I even though initially being really cross about it, kind of get why they let this budget continuation go through. It also means that even though the Democrats are terrible at messaging, it also means that when things really fall on their backsides, trying to avoid the censors there, on their backsides, they can't blame the Democrats. So if the Democrats had blocked the continuing resolution and things absolutely went to custard, which they're going to do anyhow, the Republicans could have used that as fodder for their disinformation mill. On that note, though, I am getting really, really fed up, like really, really starting to hate the sensationalist mainstream media, even in Australia. We have an election coming up in a couple of months. I was had granddaughter day in the park yesterday, and my stepdaughter asked me to grab her a coffee on the way, so I nipped into the cafe and grabbed her a takeaway coffee, and they had the local papers out. And when I say local, they're Sydney papers, not local for here. The Sydney papers out for customers to read, and they were the first 3 pages, which I flicked through while I was waiting, were so disinformation, anti our progressive current government. Now, I pointed that out on a closed Facebook page I'm on that's a political page, and a few people said, well, remember back to the last election. It was exactly the same. They even had the leader at that time photoshopped with devil horns and black smoke billowing around him. It's just, anyhow, that's my little rant about mainstream media. thrilled to see that Canada has borrowed against seized Russian assets to send $1.7 billion to Ukraine. Whether that is money or whether that is military equipment, I'm not too sure, but yay, go Canada. And what else do I want to have a look at? Oh gosh, I've noted down here that on Sunday, so that was yesterday for me, at 1:11, I was reading the comment sections under some videos that I'd done last week. Boy, oh boy, talk about deja vu. The comments that were made, the videos that people were posting, I'm like, God, I've seen this before. And, but like a long time before, and I hadn't. So I'm really, the timelines are just doing some really funky stuff at the moment. Now, what I want to have a read on first of all is I want to have a read on Curtis Yarvin. He's a lot of people have asked me to read on him. I did a reading on him, I think about 6 months ago, but it's time for an update. So I'm going to use the Runic Tarot. It is a dark deck. I know it's a dark deck, and it's actually quite a deck, but he is a very dark character. So Curtis Yarvin, his blog name is Menacious Moldberg. Like, why would you choose that? But he is very much, he's one of these tech bros in with Musk and Teal and a lot behind the scenes, made his money in the tech industry. He is very much for an autocratic leadership, and if you're wondering what autocratic means, it means one man is how he says it. Why not one woman? But anyhow, one man, one rule. So a leader that has complete control and unquestionable obedience. Okay, he's an interesting character. He's very publicly stated that he wants an autocratic takeover, says that democracy is the enemy. Enemy of who? Okay. He's very much, he's the Vance backer, and he's part of the Vance think tank. Just really all-round scary chap. And I'm going to read something that I came across in a article that was from earlier in this year, and it says in 2022, Vox called Yarvin the person who spent the most time gaming out how exactly the US government could be toppled and replaced. Yarvin suggests that a would-be American autocrat should campaign on and win the electoral mandate for an authoritarian program. They should purge the federal bureaucracy in a push, Yarvin has anagrammaticized, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay, right. He's called the push rage. Well, that's pretty similar to Doge, isn't it? So rage for retire all government employees. Okay. So we know where this current Doge is coming from, and I do say it is all intertwined. Now, he also goes on to say that they should ignore any court rulings that seek to constrain this rage program. Wonder why it's come out as Doge, and bring Congress to heel and mainstream media organisations and universities should be closed. Well, Felon 45 has now also gone after Voice of America and is also going after PBS. So this is all playing into the Yarvin, what he said in 2022. So, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's have a look at Curtis Yarvin. So very much destroy the government, install a autocratic, unquestioned leader, destroy Congress. I mean, this is all what's happening. He called it rage, retire all federal employees. It's come through as Doge. I will have a look at the Chutkan versus Musk in regards to Doge. I mean, this is why I said with Schumer that I understand why he let it go through, because the only thing standing between the vision of Yarvin and Teal and his ilk and this autocratic regime is the federal court system moment, because they're ignoring Congress. I mean, it was easy to say, and I said it too, that why should they let the budgets go through? Felon 45 and the Department of Greed and Evil are destroying everything anyhow. Well, because the only thing left standing is the courts, the legal system. So show me what we need to know about Curtis Yarvin himself. I'll do an energies reading, and then I'll do a reading about how his plans will play out. Now, I'll just get my little cheat sheet out. Not all the ruins are on this cheat sheet, but they seem to work fairly well. So show me the energies of Curtin Yarvin. How's it going to play? And I'm getting chills up and down my legs. Show me the energies of Curtis Yarvin. Show me the energies. Oh, you want that one? Oh, okay, let me drop that. Okay, show me the energies of Curtis Yarvin. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Show me the energies of Curtis Yarvin. Show me the energies of Curtis Yarvin. Show me the energies. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Show me the energies of Curtis Yarvin. Okay, that one. 12 minutes of waffling. I do apologise about the big waffle. Right, this is the first card that fell out. This one is really fascinating. I'll just try and get that light a little bit better for you guys, because they are very dark cards on the gloomy day. Okay, first card out, the Nine of Swords. A nightmare situation, absolutely, as they try and destroy the US government. Nightmare situation. Strategy. Swords can be about strategy. They can be about the legal system as well. So I don't think it's playing out in the legal system for him particularly well. It's turning into a bit of a nightmare for him. But this is very much also the nightmare for those that are living in the United States and around the world at the moment. Speaking of which, massive protests in Hungary, Serbia, and Romania. I believe the protests on Friday and Saturday in the US were pretty big too, but there was no reporting on it by the media. If you go to these protests, film them and send them in to the alternative medias or even your local station, and hopefully that they will build in number. So yeah, it's a nightmare situation. Okay, thank you. And I just, oh God, I'm getting a real stomach clench with this one. It is the strategy to destroy the US government and bring it to its knees and bring it down. That's what I'm really getting in regards to that. And it is blow by blow by blow. I don't want to scare you, but forewarned is forearmed in regards to this. This is Yarvin's energy. This is not what is necessarily going to happen. This is what he wants to happen. This is what he's working to achieve. The second signifier for him is the Chariot card, and this is Freya in the Norse mythology. But I'm looking at the rune on the shield at the front there, and that is Kenaz. It is about the vision, the revelation, the creativity, and the technical ability. So this is okay, driving forward and I'm just going to say steamrolling over. So movement forward, steamrolling over, causing chaos, because the chariot's also about the card of chaos. and it is about his vision and and he comes from the tech bro background, the technical ability, and it's being revealed. Ooh, okay, right. The energy behind the scenes that we're not seeing is the Hermit card. The first one, the Hermit, and that symbol on the forehead here is Isa, very much about challenge, frustration, and psychological blocks. So this is the Hermit, the isolation card. Uh, but the energy behind the scenes is he's very possibly feeling frustrated that he can't move forward at the moment, but he comes also from a place of frustration. And I'm going to say limited psychology. So I haven't looked too much into his past, but isn't it interesting how so many of these figures, um, Felon 45, Felon, Teal, um, oh gosh, the ones behind Clarence Thomas himself, all those, so Leonard Leo, and I'm trying to think of the other guy's name, and I should know it because it's a really, really short name, but you know who I'm talking about. They all seem to have daddy issues or parent issues of some sort. So they've got this psychological block in their thought process. Okay, so that's one of the signifiers from behind the scenes is isolation. Can be introspection, which I don't know that any of these people do, but challenge and frustration is what I'm getting from him there, and feeling isolated. Now, these dudes, they've got no friends. You look at Elon and you look at 45 and you look at, ah, they haven't got anybody that they could call a friend. And I suspect Yarvin is the same as well. And when I'm talking about a friend, someone who you can connect with on every level, who you meet after 3 months and you spend 4 hours having a cup of coffee in a chat. You know, that sort of friend. And it doesn't matter where they come from in social or economic structure, you have this connection. And I suspect that they don't have those sorts of connections. So they are isolated. Okay. The second energies behind the scenes is the Ace of Cups. Um, emotion, huge emotional new beginning. Can be new partnerships, but I'm getting this is more on the emotional side. We also, again, have that Isis symbol there on this cup, and I'm looking to see what the others are. We've got also, I believe, that is probably untamed potential is that supposed N, and the B is the or can be fertility, growth, and new beginnings. So frustration at the untamed potential for for growth or new beginnings. So the energy behind the scenes I'm really getting for him is emotional frustration and emotional isolation. Coming out of that, we've got out of the Hermit, we've got the Empress, another major arcana. What's that? 1, 2, 3 so far. And a court card, the Empress. So the Empress, again, she's got this fertility, growth, and new beginnings symbol here with the spinning wheel, in the spinning wheel, but it's the spinning wheel's trying to create something out of nothing to move forward. So we've got the Empress. She is also my Russia card. She is also the birth of something new. So he's trying to create something new I'm not even getting it's about Russia here. I'm just getting he's trying to create okay, thank you. If you hear my guides, let me know. They do get chatty on occasion. He's trying to create a new world order. A new world order. That's what he's trying to spin. Okay. Another major arcana, the Hierophant, where there is a single authority figure that rules, complete control, and unquestionable obedience. And that's what he's trying to create. I wonder if he's trying to set himself up as now. I also notice chained to the side here, we've got the dog of war, willing to unchain the dog of war to protect this position. So this is just energies. This is not what he's doing, but this is what he wants to achieve. And you've got the two figures here kneeling in front. Okay, I'm just looking at it's the same symbol as on here, as on the front of the chariot. So on the floor in the front there is the same symbol that is on this, attempting to create chaos and rolls straight over. Is the symbol for torch, vision, revelation, technical ability. It can mean creativity as well. But this is basically the new world order that he wants to set up. And this is all because this is his energies. It's about, it's all he is that's all he is. That's all he is at this time. That is all his energy is going into at this time. Okay, the karma hanging over him at the moment is the Sun card. Full revelation. Now, are you going to take on the Chariot or are you going to take on the Sun? I think I would prefer the Sun. He's got full exposure, full revelation, and the symbol on the front there is, if I look at my little cheat sheet, I can't see it. So it is like an E symbol. So feel free to pop in the comments what it is. I don't think it's Pthro, the mysteries and the secret and the occult abilities, because no, that's not what the sun signifies. Yeah, he's finding himself, so the karma hanging over him is he's finding itself fully exposed, and then you've got the Page of Cups coming forward. So a youthful energy holding this Ace of Cups. Now he's 51, I believe, so he's quite a bit younger than me. So his karma is, now I won't say he's youthful because he is Gen X, but something unexpected out of left field, and you have a look at the tsunami in the background, the blue wave, the blue tsunami is coming up behind him, and he's not looking at it. He's too busy concentrating on what he is trying to achieve. Okay, the outcome with the energies with Curtis Yarvin. It is literally a fight of good versus evil. The moon, secrets being revealed. We've got with the two symbols here. Interestingly enough, on this dark figure here, symbol on the chest of the dark figure is the warding off of evil. I do like that. And then the symbol on the figure of good is about the heirlooms, heritage, land of birth. This is protecting. This is the shield of protection. of good and warding off this evil. Oh, I do like this. As things are revealed. Now, we are also in the eclipse season. Don't usually watch Hogarth, but I watched it last night because I was just chilling out. The Hogar Lee Sheila one. And he was talking about the fact that we are in eclipse season and we are between a lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse. And it is a period where things will increase in being revealed and a culmination period. Now, Susan Lynn has been saying for a while that with this lunar eclipse, Felon 45 will be like a pufferfish and he will appear to be more powerful. He will appear to be stronger. And what will happen is that, which what Susan Lynn got, was that he will over puff and end up exploding. So we are in this interim eclipse period where dark will seem to gain traction, but it's a facade. So, okay, love it. The moon card. Ooh, and we've got the Emperor, the my way or the highway, autocratic, one man, one rule, that sort of energy. Okay. On his belt, he has the rune that signifies reactive force, defense, and conflict. So I'm just saying, in this eclipse period, he will appear, Felon 45, or whomever will appear more powerful. Be aware of that. But then we have the Queen of Cups. The emotional maturity, keeping a lid on the emotions, unexpected emotions. Protection, nurturing, but also things that have not yet been revealed, just keeping a lid on it for the moment. And then we have the Page of Pentacles, a new opportunity being presented of protection against the likes of Curtis Yarvin. Oh, God, he's a creepy thing, isn't he? Yeah, and that was me that said that. He's such a creepy thing. Yeah, we have the Page of Pentacles. Now, what I really love is these two cards here have a very similar symbol on them. And it is the symbol about a breakthrough, the awakening, the dawn of a new beginning. And we have here the feminine, divine feminine coming forth with this new emotional energy of protection, of nurturing, of stability, of calm. And we have the Page of Pentacles bringing the protection with this new beginning. I'm also looking at, with this Queen of Pentacles, whoever she may be, the second symbol that is in this rune here is the same symbol that is on the chest of this evil, that is about warding off evil and protection. So whomever this female figure is, and I don't think she is one female figure, the outcome against this dark energy, against this dictator, autocratic, complete one-man rule, never to be questioned energy, which is what he's after. We're going to be protected against it. Okay, I do like those outcome cards. Okay. And the card on the bottom is the Star card. Again, warding off and protecting against this evil. And the symbol on the figure here is the power of renewal. We've got the Page of Swords, defiantly bringing forth the truth and standing in the face of this truth. We've got the Two of Swords in the face of this strategy, of this darkness, this barrenness. We have courage and strength coming forward, because it can still go either way. It will take the courage and strength, but we then have the King of Swords and we have the Ace of Swords, bringing this to an end as the boundaries stand with the Nine of Pentacles. Bringing this to an end through the legal system. And I think that's why I wish they'd explain these things, because then we wouldn't be so cross. I think that's why Chuck Schumer allowed or voted for the continuing resolution. So how's this going to end for Curtis Yarvin? Now, I do apologise, these videos are getting a little bit long, but boy, oh boy, oh boy, there's a lot of ground to cover. How's this going to end for Curtis Yarvin? Feel free to split them up. I find any video sort of, if I'm short for time, I will watch it in 2 segments. How's this going to end? And as I poker shuffle, I have this King of Swords overlapping this nightmare situation. So I think the legal system is going to stand against him and it's going to prevent him. Okay, how is what Curtis Yarvin is trying to achieve? Now, he is the think tank behind Shady Vance, funded by Peter Thiel. So, and I do feel that if Shady is president, it will literally be for hours. He won't be the next. I don't even know that it'll be for hours. Okay, let's have a look. Tell me about Curtis Yarvin's plan and how is it going to play out? Curtis Yarvin's plan and how's it going to play out? Curtis Yarvin's plan and how is it going to play out? You want that one? Okay, come on down. Let's have a look. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, gosh, why am I absolutely not surprised? 5 of Cups. Just a corrupt, absolute disregard for human life. It's a game to him where he just tips the cups over with no emotion whatsoever, just corrupt to the core. Ugh, icky, 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 icky. Symbol here for Curtis Yarvin: wealth, abundance. Oh, just he's wealthy and he couldn't give a fig's backside. Just a really nasty piece of work here. Yeah, absolutely, just corrupt with his wealth and just absolute disregard for human life. No emotion whatsoever. No emotion. For him, it's a game. Gosh. Challenged by the Two of Swords. Now, this came out in that previous reading, the Two of Swords. In the background there, you've got this dark, barren forest with the corpse hanging from the tree. This can go either way. Now, next to this corpse, you've got the frustration and the psychological blocks and the challenge. On this side of the sword, you've got the arrow pointing out honour, justice, leadership and authority. So this is the 2 ways that this can play out, is into his hands or the courts will prevail. The legal system, the honour, the justice will prevail. Ugh. Okay, right. The energy that he is, gosh, interesting that it's the strength card. Courage, strength. Okay, thank you. I'm getting this is what he's up against. So this is the energy that he's stewing in at the moment. Is courage and strength and compassion and empathy. He has no concept of those ideas. And democracy is built on protection, on compassion. Democracy and is government is there to serve the people. And a society, a functioning society, will look after those that are less fortunate. So that's what democracy is at the moment. So I'm going to say that's what he's stewing in at the moment is his he okay. I think I'm just getting that he's this is what he's stewing in at the moment because he can't comprehend it. He can't comprehend the strength of democracy. He has said democracy is the enemy because it is compassionate. Okay, in the past, the Ten of Wands, planting the seeds to the future. He's been at this game for possibly good on a decade, building on Republicans that who have been at this game for decades. I'm going to say 40 years since pre-Reagan. Remembering that Reagan got in on the back of um, Republicans behind the scenes negotiating for hostages not to be released. So this is going on pre-Reagan. So the seeds that were planted are now, I'm going to say, are now in play with this Ten of Wands. The plan was planting these seeds over decades so that they can bring the plan to the here and now. And the plan in the here and now is to destroy the strength and goodness and empathy of a progressive democratic society. Okay, crowning this reading. Ooh, there is defiance. Page of Wands. There is pushback defiance in regards to this. Absolutely. The sun is coming out from the darkness. There is this standing up against what it is that he is bringing forth. Okay, I'm not reading the runes on these ones at the moment. Let's see how it goes. Death, immediate future, death, ending, significant ending, ending of the darkness. I don't think he's going to succeed in this. I think the courts are going to be able to prevent this going forward. And that's why the Republican Party, I suspect they were really hoping that the Senate would not put through the continuing resolution. And I'm going to say, and this could be controversial, I think Schumer understood. I think he got wind of this is what they were planning to destroy the federal courts. So, because the court at the moment is the last line of defence, and here we've got it could have gone either way. The challenge was it could have gone either way. However, an end to this darkness. Oh, that was just me sniffing there. Okay. External, the wheel of fortune. The wheel is turning against him and against those that he are working with. What a moment for him internally. Tower moment. Internally from within. This could be loss of wealth. This could be loss of position. He's look at these majors here. The strength and courage is turning the wheel and bringing him within internally a tower moment as this is being brought to an end. The hopes and fears, the Knight of Wands, so you've got Page here, the defiance, now becoming a knight, bringing forth, leaping through, courage. So he's fearing. It's also my volatile information being brought forward out of the flames. As again, the sun is coming out of the darkness. The King of Pentacles is the outcome. I don't know who this king is in this particular reading. In some readings, it's Phelon. In some readings, it's Phelon 45, seeing himself as the king of money. I'm really feeling right now, as I laid that down, that this is a king of protection. So this is some leader, some authority figure. So he's not the emperor. The emperor would be, Yarvin and his ilk. This is about some leader stepping up and protecting. Now, I am looking at the ruin there. I think it's a combination of the breakthrough awakening and the challenge and frustration, but I could be wrong. Let's see how we go forward. Could also be a combination of social order and challenge. So I don't know who this figure is. I feel it's a king of protection rather than a king of money. The Seven of Wands. The wrath being brought down. Right? Don't think this is... And we've got here the attempt to break the wrath being... Okay, thank you. The wrath being brought down on those attempting to steal. The Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords, of those attempting to steal. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, the steady, slow-moving, dependable knight. And I love how he's sitting on that horse. Again, protection. So you've got protection on both sides here. I'm not feeling that this is the mercenary. I'm feeling this is protection on both sides. Now, I am going to pause you. I'm going to bring you up and pause you and have a look. Remind myself what sevens mean. Hang on a sec. Sevens mean. So we've got the two sevens in the middle here. Represent challenges, opportunities, and the need for action and discernment, signifying a period of testing and the need to make choices. So we've got these two sevens in the middle here, but we've got the protection on one side and the protection on the other side. So I don't think Curtis Yarvin, now I can't remember what I said in my reading. If you put Yarvin in the search option, you'll find it. I don't think he succeeded in that reading either. So I just don't see him succeeding. I think he's going to be stopped. But boy, oh boy, he's a nasty piece of work. Okay, which fits right in with the current regime. I'm going to leave it there. I shall catch you shortly. Love to you all. Take care.